Hello and welcome back to our channel. We're about to embark on a fascinating journey exploring the human mind and how it shapes our habits. But before we dive into the power of self-directed neuroplasticity, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos. In today's video, we'll be exploring an all too familiar scenario: the pitfalls of New Year's resolutions. Ever wondered why those well-intended resolutions seem doomed to fail before the winter chill fades away? Stick with us as we unravel this mystery and provide you with the tools to create lasting change. So sit back, get comfortable, and let's start this enlightening journey together. Ever wondered why New Year's resolutions seem doomed to fail? Why the promise of a fitter, smarter, and healthier version of ourselves crumbles even before the winter chill fades away? The answer, according to experts, lies in a term that may sound like a mouthful, but holds the key to breaking free from undesirable habits and forming new, healthy ones. Self-directed neuroplasticity. Self-directed neuroplasticity is the intentional rewiring of your brain to create positive habits, primarily through active reflection. It's a concept first defined by researcher Dr. Jeffrey Schwartz and later popularized by Dr. Rick Hansen, a psychologist and senior fellow at UC Berkeley's Greater Good Science Center. This differs significantly from experience-dependent neuroplasticity, a passive process where habits, good or bad, are reinforced by unconsciously repeating them over and over again. So, how does self-directed neuroplasticity work? Well, it's all about habits. Habits are routines or rituals that have become almost automatic or second nature. They could range from biting your nails when worried to buying a bottle of wine each time you pass a liquor store. The formation of habits is an intricate process. Your sensory nervous system is always on the lookout for actions that will deliver a hit of dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. When your brain recognizes a pattern, such as a connection between action and satisfaction, it files that information away in an area of the brain known as the basal ganglia. This is where we develop emotions and memories. However, it's not where conscious decisions are made. That's the prefrontal cortex. Habits originate from a part of our brains that's beyond our conscious control, making us barely conscious of them. In the early days of human existence, this proved beneficial. The reward center of our brains prompted us to seek out things vital for like comfort and calories. In the current era, though, this incessant pursuit of feel-good experiences can guide us in less desirable directions. Just because something is pleasant in the moment, it doesn't imply it's beneficial for our long-term happiness, health, longevity, social relationships, or mental wellness. And just because something is uncomfortable, that doesn't mean it's hazardous. This is why habits are such a challenge to break. They are deeply rooted in our brains, and changing them requires an understanding of where they come from and why they hold such a grip on us. In order to overcome these deeply ingrained habits and the challenges they pose, we must lean into the concept of neuroplasticity. This is the brain's amazing ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. It allows the neurons in the brain to compensate for injury and disease, and to adjust their activities in response to new situations or changes in their environment. So, how can we use this to our advantage? Well, it's about training your brain to associate new habits with pleasure. Let's say you want to start exercising more. Instead of thinking about it as a grueling chore, start by associating it with something you enjoy. Maybe that's listening to your favorite podcast, or catching up on your favorite TV show while you're on the treadmill. This way, your brain begins to form a positive association with the act of exercising, making it a more enjoyable experience, and therefore, a habit that's easier to stick with. And remember, it's not about making massive changes overnight. Small, consistent steps can lead to significant transformation over time. In the next scene, we'll dive deeper into the role of self-directed neuroplasticity and how it can help us maintain these new, healthier habits. Stay tuned! Our brains are still chasing that dopamine high. So when a behavior results in a reward, the brain builds a connection between that behavior and pleasure. This is where self-directed neuroplasticity comes in, helping us train our brains to stick with habits for the long haul. And that, friends, is the secret to keeping those New Year's resolutions.